Jon Jones is not to go to the UFC, boys. He's not to go to MMA. He's not to go to anything. When you think of the go to the UFC, you'll think of Demetrius Johnson. You'll think of GSP. You'll think of Anderson Silva. You might even throw Khabib in there. Okay? What do all these dudes have in common? Well, they never been stripped of their belt because they popped for PEDs. They never caught multiple felonies while being an active champion at the UFC. They never hit a pregnant woman with their car. They never domestically assaulted their wife and got arrested for it. I mean, Dana domestically assaulted his wife, but we're not talking about Dana. That's the owner. That's the owner of the company. You can do whatever. When you're the boss, you could do boss man shit. Hey, don't clip that. Don't clip that. But listen, Jon Jones's resume is foul. This dude couldn't even finish Anthony Smith. He got beat up by Dominic Reyes. The only up-and-comer and younger dude that Jon Jones has beaten is Ciryl Gane. And Ciryl Gane is French. I was going to say no disrespect to the French, but hey, I'm not going to say that they're not known as weaklings. Look at their fighting record across the whole time that the country has been a thing. Hey, you know what I'm saying here? Jon Jones has popped for steroids multiple times. He's gotten fights overturned because he popped for steroids. This dude has gotten UFC cards moved out of states because he wanted to be a crybaby. Do we understand this? Jon Jones also, by the way, has completely lost it mentally. Have you checked his Twitter recently? He's just spam posting on Twitter since the UFC announced his retirement. Now, Jon Jones' side of his retirement is that he said after he fought the firefighter and saw Tom Aspinall waiting in the crowd and knew that Tom Aspinall was going to be next, he told the UFC, I'm done. And the UFC basically told him, hey, you're not done. You're going to think about this. And they just kept telling him, you're sure you're done? Take a little bit more time. You sure you're done? And they just continued to do that until Tom Aspinall went on Good Guy, Bad Guy and announced Jon Jones' retirement. And that was that. Dana White announced Jon Jones' retirement super nonchalantly at the end of a fight night card. Sure, it was in Baku. It was in Azerbaijan. It wasn't at the Apex Center, but it was still a fight night card. Brother, that is not the GOAT. They would have press conferences if the GOAT retired. Okay? Do you see where I'm going here? It wouldn't be no afterthought at a post-fight press conference because some random Azerbaijan reporter asked about you. Jon Jones can never be considered the GOAT of MMA. You have to follow the rules. See what I'm saying? A 3-point shot is a 3-point shot because you stand behind the 3-point line. Rules are made for a reason, brother. You eye poke people in every single fight. I understand that. Now that's following the rules because you do get allowed one rule break per UFC fight. Sometimes you even get two. Because the first time you break a rule during a fight, you get a warning. Might even get a second warning. So I get that. I get the poking of the eyes because I would utilize the same thing. I'm breaking the rules at least once every single fight because you guys allow me to. But you guys don't allow me to use PEDs and you still went out there and did it. Now, if you didn't get caught, we would be having a whole separate conversation right now. Right? We would be having a whole separate conversation right now. LeBron James is the GOAT of basketball. Okay? Just ride. If you don't believe that, just go on this journey with me. But if it was found out, LeBron James has 3 neural links in his brain, and that's how he's able to play so well, he wouldn't be considered the GOAT. He wouldn't. John, just because you ducked this fight with Tom Aspinall, and you waited 2 years of Tom Aspinall's prime career to just be fizzled out before you put your foot down and said, hey, UFC, move on, bro, I'm over it, right? That didn't make you not the GOAT. That didn't make everybody not like you. You know? You popped for steroids 4 fucking times. Imagine how many other times you would have popped for steroids if they tested you every day. Brother, there's stories that you hid under the octagon so you didn't get tested. Now, listen. I can I don't want to say sympathy, but I could, I understand. If you're breaking the rules and you don't get caught, that's on them. But once you get caught, now we're having a whole separate conversation. Like Islam Makhachev's IV gate after Volk fought him for the first time, where it came out that a nurse said that she gave Islam IVs after he weighed in. He didn't get caught. That wasn't official. He didn't officially pop for using IVs, or nobody saw a thing in his vein. It's not official. It's all speculation, brother. I get that. I mean, Islam's not my GOAT either. But it's not because of that. Because he doesn't fight more than once a year. But we're not talking about Islam right now. Jon Jones. Chael Sonnen beat you. By the way, you did not win that fight. You couldn't even finish Anthony Smith. Did we even go over this? You did not finish Anthony Smith. Khalil Roundtree finished Anthony Smith. Can we talk about that? That's a little odd to me, brother. And you don't even fight dudes your own age. Most of the fights that you had are people that are 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, 6 years older than you. All right? Besides your wife that you did fight. But hey, allegedly, those charges got dropped. So, hey, Jon, great fighter. You're a great fighter back in 2019. If this was 2019, great fighter. You're still not the GOAT. When you break the rules, you cannot be considered the best. If you don't get caught while breaking the rules, that's a whole different conversation, though, boys. Bro, peace out.